For more than a decade, Avatar hasn't just been a movie franchise. It's been a cultural event, a cinematic phenomenon, and for many fans, an emotional experience that feels deeply personal. But today, we're pulling back the curtain on Avatar, Fire and Ash, and the shocking emotional transformation that no one saw. But for her as a performer, sitting down in an exclusive conversation, Sigourney opened up about what it truly feels like to be part of the biggest box office. A screen legend who did something almost unbelievable. She didn't just act in this film, she became a teenager again. And what she revealed behind the scenes may completely change how you see Avatar forever. Before we dive into this stunning revelation, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because my channel brings you the stories Hollywood doesn't want you to miss. Avatar has always been about more than blue skin and alien worlds. From the moment James Cameron introduced Pandora, the franchise became a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest struggles: grief, survival, love, rage, and hope. Sigourney Weaver has been part of this journey from the very beginning, but Fire and Ash marks a turning point, not just for the story, but for her as a performer. Sitting down in an exclusive conversation, Sigourney opened up about what it truly feels like to be part of the biggest box office franchise in movie history, and how she manages to forget that massive pressure every time she steps into the volume. According to Sigourney, the magic of Avatar isn't the technology, at least not for the actors. She explained that while the world sees revolutionary CGI and motion capture, what the cast experiences feels shockingly intimate. No trailers, no green screens dominating the moment. Instead, they walk into the volume wearing simple black suits, surrounded by their fellow actors. While James Cameron stands right there with them, not hidden away in a video village, but present, watching, guiding, creating in real time. For Sigourney, who comes from a theater background, it feels like an early off-Broadway rehearsal. There's no pressure to deliver. The focus is on discovering the character, understanding what she sees, and emotionally making sense of the world around her. And that's when she made a bold statement, one that stunned fans and industry insiders alike. Sigourney Weaver called Avatar the best job she's ever had. Not just one of the best. Coming from an actress whose career spans decades and iconic roles, that admission speaks volumes about the emotional depth of this project. But here's where things take a powerful turn. When audiences watch Avatar, they see Na'vi characters brought to life through motion capture. But Sigourney reminded everyone that what we're really watching are real emotions. Raw, unfiltered moments captured live on set. She admitted that even she gets moved watching scenes featuring Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington, despite having lived those moments herself. And the reason is simple. James Cameron doesn't shy away from difficult truths. In Fire and Ash, the story dives deep into themes that feel painfully relevant today. Grief over a lost child, rage against forces that destroy families, refugees searching for safety, children forced to grow up faster than they should. Sigourney pointed out that while these themes were written years ago, they now mirror the real world in haunting ways. And that's what makes Avatar hit so hard emotionally. It's not science fiction escapism, it's humanity, reflected through an alien lens. One of the most emotional aspects of this film, according to Sigourney, is watching the younger characters come into their own. These kids realize that mom and dad can't save them this time. They have to figure things out themselves. They have to stand up, face danger, and grow together. And that journey, she says, is deeply nourishing to watch. What makes this even more powerful is the reality behind the scenes. Many of the younger actors in Avatar literally grew up making these films. While interviewers often ask veteran actors what advice they gave the younger cast, Sigourney flipped the narrative completely. She revealed that she never gives advice. Instead, she learns from them. She explained that each of these young actors has their own process and their naturals. What touched her most was how completely they accepted her as one of them. Despite her legendary status, they welcomed her into their prep work without hesitation. They didn't treat her like a mentor or a legend. They treated her like a peer. Or, more accurately, like a 14-year-old. Yes, you heard that right. James Cameron famously joked that Sigourney's character is 14 years old, and laughed that she's basically that age anyway. But behind the joke was a serious challenge. Sigourney revealed that she didn't want to play a teenager. Instead, she had to find her inner teenager. She had to dig deep into her own past, reconnecting with the awkward, emotional, uncertain version of herself from that age. She described herself as tall, unsure, full of ups and downs, physically and emotionally. And instead of forcing it, she trusted the process. She described the water as something with no beginning and no end, something that exists around you and inside you. To prepare, she arrived 20 minutes early each day, slowly transitioning from land mammal to sea creature. Face in the water, snorkel on, mind quiet, body adapting. It wasn't just physical training, it was transformation. And here's what makes this story truly incredible. No one ever felt fully comfortable underwater. Every cast member had their own struggle, but they pushed through together. That shared discomfort forged deep bonds, bonds that audiences can feel on screen. So what does all of this mean? For Sigourney Weaver, Avatar, Fire and Ash isn't just another sequel. It's a career-defining chapter that proves age is irrelevant in Hollywood when talent, discipline, and emotional truth collide. For James Cameron, it reinforces why Avatar remains unmatched, because it's not built on spectacle alone, but on humanity. And for audiences, it's a reminder that the most powerful stories aren't about aliens or planets, they're about us. When you compare this to past Avatar films, the difference is clear. The stakes are higher. The emotions are deeper. The children aren't just supporting characters anymore, they're the future. And Sigourney Weaver, she isn't just returning, she's evolving. As Avatar, Fire and Ash approaches its release, one thing is certain. Fans aren't just getting a movie. They're getting an emotional reckoning, one shaped by grief, growth, survival, and transformation. So now we want to hear from you. Were you surprised to learn that Sigourney Weaver trained like a Navy SEAL and mentally became a teenager for this role? Do you think Fire and Ash will be the most emotional Avatar film yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to more exclusive Hollywood stories you won't hear anywhere else.